Well, breaking news tonight, Pig Out in the Park is officially postponed until 2021. That update coming here just a few moments ago. The iconic Spokane event will not be happening at all this year because of the pandemic. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Whitney Ward.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tom Sherry. Mark is off tonight, so we want to get straight to our breaking story. Another great community event is now canceled because of the coronavirus. Pig Out in the Park will not happen this year. Our Tim Pham joins us now with more. Tim?
Well, Tom and Whitney, yet another Spokane staple is postponed. Pig Out in the Park just made the announcement in the last 30 minutes. The event joins a growing list of Spokane favorites canceling or changing their format. Organizers of Pig Out in the Park says the county needed to be in at least phase 4 in order for the weekend to go as planned on September 15th. And right now, cases are not trending in the right direction. This would have been Pig Out in the Park's 41st year in Spokane. Last year, nearly 200,000 meals were served. Just to give you an idea of how big this event is. With so many events canceling or going virtual, the local economy continues to take a big hit. Visit Spokane reporting $21 million in lost revenue from March to May alone. Tourism is a $1.3 billion industry in Spokane County and provides $1,000 in tax relief per household. Pig Out in the Park is now rescheduled for Labor Day weekend of 2021. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Tim Pham, KREM 2 News.
Tim, thank you very much. And now, of course, our other big story today, it is Washington's primary election day. So that means if you live here in Washington, you have just about 3 hours left to get your ballot turned in. Remember that those ballots need to be postmarked by 8 p.m. tonight or returned to a ballot drop box by 8 p.m. tonight in order for your vote to be counted.
Well, right now, people are busy getting their ballots in before that 8 o'clock deadline, 8 p.m. deadline. This election, of course, is looking different this year due to the coronavirus. Our Taylor Vido is live at the Spokane County Election Office. Taylor, how are things going?
Well, Tom, you know, it's been pretty busy, and that's in part due to the pandemic. Now, we should note that voter turnout is expected to be on par with other years. That's expected to be normal. But it's been busier here for a couple different reasons. We'll have more on that in a sec, but we've definitely seen a steady stream of people coming by here, dropping off their ballots in person. Now, we do have some video to show you from just a couple hours ago when we were inside getting a look at them processing ballots. Staff, well, you can bet they were busy working. And employees are working double shifts. That's because of the pandemic, and you see, as a result, election staff have fewer employees than normal inside to allow for more social distancing. Because of that, counting ballots is going to be just a little bit slower. So there's kind of a 1-2 punch in regards to the pandemic as well. Also worth noting, the Center Place Event Center in the Valley is closed, and there's usually a voter service center there, but not this primary. So that's meant more folks heading here to the elections office on the county's main campus. The operations area has been turned into a voter service center. There's not much parking here either, so that's created an extra headache for some. We asked Spokane County's auditor about the changes this year due to coronavirus.
So what it means for us is trying to serve our voters while still keeping everyone 6 feet apart. Just really busy, really hectic, trying to do a couple of different things at the same time.
So far, turnout is sitting at just over 28%. Elections office staff expect that to be at 40% when everything is all said and done. Now, you have just under 3 hours, as you mentioned, Tom, to turn in your ballots. If you try throwing it in the mail and trying to get it postmarked, you're going to be too late, according to elections office staff. They say you're going to want to find one of those white drop boxes to drop off your ballot in. You can often find those at libraries or city halls. For now, reporting live outside the elections office, Taylor Vido, KREM 2 News.
Thank you, Taylor. And yes, there are a total of 24 of those ballot boxes across the county in strategic locations, including Airway Heights, Cheney, Liberty Lake, and then, of course, a number of Spokane public libraries. So for a complete list of all of those drop-off locations for your ballot tonight or for your voter's guide, all you have to do is text the word VOTE to 509-448-2000, and we'll make sure to send you a link with the most updated information. All right, we want to turn our attention to weather now. Really beautiful day here across the inland Northwest, plenty of sunshine, and looks like we are starting to head for another warm up. So we're checking in with Tom Sherry now for those details. Tom?
Yeah, we are talking about temperatures getting pretty close to 90 today. You can see in the lower portion of your screen we're at 88 degrees. We did get up to about 89, and you see 88 is also the current temperature out at the airport. Looks like tomorrow will be the warmest day of the week, end of the work week. It's 94 in Ritzville and 92 right now in Moses Lake. So satellite and radar, as you would expect, showing clear skies, no precipitation. We'll look for a lovely evening and delightfully cool overnight with a low of 59. And again, the hottest day of this week will be tomorrow. We'll look for a daytime high of 94, and then after that we've got some beautiful Spokane temperatures to enjoy. We'll see temps hitting 85 on Saturday. Looks like we'll see 86 on Sunday. Don't forget, coming up in just about 6 or 7 minutes, I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast. Whitney, over to you.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. And KREM 2 wants to be your home for back to school coverage because we know that there are so many people with so many questions right now. So we now know that at least 3 Spokane area schools will be starting the fall on a digital only platform that includes Spokane Public Schools as well as Central Valley and Cheney School District. So we want to make sure that you understand kind of the top 3 takeaways about these new plans. So first of all, this decision for online learning, at least for SPS, came after a recommendation from the Spokane Regional Health Officer, Dr. Bob Lutz. Spokane Public Schools' distance learning plan includes real-time school day for teachers, a blend of live instruction and group work, and then laptop checkouts for every Spokane student. Central Valley is going to offer 3 different virtual learning options, so you can get more information on our website as far as all of those. We also know that one of the biggest questions across the board for families right now is what to do if you have to go to work, but the kids are still going to be at home for a digital-only learning platform. Parents just want to know, what are they going to do for childcare if they have to go to work like so many of us? So just a few hours ago, Spokane Public Schools held a meeting to try to come up with some options. They came up with actually 4 different strategies to help families with this childcare issue. So we now know that they are going to be expanding the district's Express Childcare program. It's going to be expanded to more elementary schools and also going full time. Right now, only Finch and Roosevelt offer this program for the summer. Another option is a day camp model at elementary schools, which would provide childcare during school hours. The district is also working with community partners to identify additional day camp sites. And finally, they're exploring a strategy for when the district does actually return to an in-person model. That option would offer day camp childcare for 5th and 6th graders who are on that alternating schedule and not going to in-person classes every day. That way they would have a place still to go on their days off.
We have 36 elementary schools, and if we're doing distance learning, we've got 36 different sites that we could have about 40 kids spread out appropriately, multi-purpose room, library, music rooms, so that it's not a whole classroom or a school full of kids, but it's a small number of kids.
That is Dr. Mark Anderson, the Associate Superintendent for SPS. He says the district would open up all 36 elementary schools for that express care or day camp options for that small number of kids if the need is there. But if each building does reach the max of 40 students each for each building, that is where the district is hoping that community partners will be able to step in and help provide additional sites.
It's hard to be stuck with your kids 24/7. I don't, any parent would know that sometimes you lose yourself in that. Being a parent, you don't know who you are. And that can slip you into depression.
I think we've all been there sometimes, especially here through this coronavirus pandemic. That is a clinical social worker, Colby Peach. She says this is absolutely normal. We need breaks from our kids every now and then, but she says she's not surprised right now that there's still a stigma around mental health issues in adults.
Stress in a time like this is incredibly normal, and it's in no way a sign of failure.
It's really important to understand that. She says the most important aspects are just to be kind to yourself and also stay connected with your loved ones so you have support when you need it. Tom?
Well, with schools going virtual in the fall, we know it can be difficult to address the changes with your student. Spokane Public Schools Superintendent Adam Swinyard offers his advice to parents.
It's painful as a parent to think about our kids not having that opportunity. And so we need to talk to them about it. and we need to help them process. And that looks a little bit different. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Our counselors, our administrators, our teachers are willing to offer ideas and suggestions on how to approach that and how to support them.
Well, we know navigating going back to school in the fall is a stressful challenge. There's a lot of information circulating, and it seems like it's constantly changing. Well, KREM 2 is here to help make it a little bit easier on you. You can text SCHOOLS to 509-448-2000 to stay up to date on those changes. Whitney?